have like some detoxifying effects, but that's a good thing. And it's not long lasting. And we'll have hundreds and hundreds of our customers reach out and say, wow, like this helps with my Crohn's or my high blood pressure or my cholesterol, like all of these things. But at the end of the day, you should really just look at it as a healthy alternative to all the other bad things that you are out there, like the Cokes and the,
Absolutely.
syrup and stuff like that. So no, I sometimes I'm on the line and I'll have like 10 a day and it's totally fine.
What's the most you've ever had? Allison, what's the most you've ever had? How many cans have you had? What's your record?
I mean, I don't even know, like 10 to 20. I know it sounds crazy, but like since I formulate all of them, if I'm coming up with a new flavor and I like work on it, sometimes I'll start at 8 a.m. and I'm here till midnight. And it's like, I'm like, whew, I am done. Like, one of those things. But generally every day I have like 2 to 3.
Oh,
And so
here.
it's just personal preference. So personal preference.
I lost the audio, guys. Hello? Huh?
Your amplifier is probably unplugged or out of power. It needs to be plugged in the USB charger.
Okay, hang on, Allison. Hold on. Hello? Hello?
You're good. I can hear you, so I'll answer some of these questions over here.
Okay, hang on one second. One second.
Okay.
Junkyard here. This plug, I need this plug here.
Hang on one second. Everybody bear with us.
I love sound.
There we are. Hello, hello. Sorry about that. This is live.
Like,
we are live.
I'll answer some of these questions while you were getting it figured out, but
oh, were you answering? You were answering some of the questions because Olivia says obsessed and she wanted to know if it was good for kids.
It is. So like I mentioned earlier, it's good for pregnant women, kids. If you think about it, for example, our strawberry lemon flavor has 15 calories. It only has 4 grams of sugar in the entire can. This is way, way better to give your kid than an apple juice or an orange juice that has 30 grams of sugar in it. So kids feel like they're getting away with and drinking a soda. My kids drink one every day. It's totally fine. And moms are loving it for their kids. And then it's nice if you're pregnant too, because you can't drink alcohol.
Well,
fancy wine.
It's great to know that it's also good for pregnant women. And Rosalinda's here. She's actually a mother of 6, and she's loving it as well. And oh my God, there are just so many questions here. Which ones have you addressed? Because they're going by so quickly.
No, just start. You're good. I didn't do any. So,
all right, let's scroll through them because there's some really great questions here, and I have questions for you as well. But let's make sure we address questions for people watching. This is Allison Ellsworth. She is the founder, CEO of Poppi Prebiotic Soda. You are joining the prebiotic party right here live on Amazon. Woo! We are obsessed here. I am obsessed. So yum. Bennett wants to know what is the biggest learning from starting Poppi? I guess he means what have you learned from starting the company? Good question.
So I think, one of the biggest learnings for me is I definitely got a college education, but I was never like MBA kind of business route. I was always more of the creative, just try it kind of mentality, like street smarts. And my biggest learning is you don't have to, like, a lot of people are like, how do you get started? How do you do these things? And really the answer is just do it. Like, don't hold back. You have to try things. It's okay to fail. And so my biggest learning is believing in myself and just doing it and having faith, because there's so many things that can happen, good, bad, ugly, great, and it's just part of business and life, and to just go for it. So believing in myself, honestly, is one of the biggest learnings.
That's great advice. And I want to talk about the whole Shark Tank experience. So first of all, we want to let everybody know, because if you've seen the episode, by the way, it's on season 10, and you actually came on and it was called Mother. You were on with your husband and this was called Mother. So tell us about that. How did the name change to Poppi?
Yeah, so when we went on and when I first created it, I actually named the original brand Mother Beverage after the mother of vinegar. So I saw someone talking about like the fibrous, or it's like you'll see like the floaty-y, like stuff in vinegar. Well, that's the good stuff. And so I named it after mother, but I learned really quick, you can't trademark the word mother. You can't own that word. And so once we went on Shark Tank, Rohan said, listen, your liquid is fantastic, but your branding needs a lot of help. We're changing the name. We're totally doing a facelift. And at that point, I said, I'm all in, let's go, because it was just something that we had started in my kitchen, took the farmer's market. Me and my husband were working second jobs, raising babies. Like we hadn't focused on the brand. And so for me, it was exciting to change the name and exciting to focus on all of these things. So it was just a natural, organic progression.
So for those of you guys who are just tuning in, this Poppi soda is an As Seen on Shark Tank brand, and they were on, Allison and her husband Steven, and they did a deal with the guest shark, Rohan Oza. So this is one of the first interviews I've done where you've only made a deal with the guest shark, but he happened to be the former chief marketing officer of Coca-Cola. So what a great match for you guys. So let's talk about, he sat down, he talked to you about changing the name. So it went from Mother to Poppi. And then let's talk about this amazing design. First of all, I want to share this with everybody. Look at this design. This one is the raspberry rose, and all these designs, this is the orange, they're fabulous. Justin says, I love the designs. Let's talk about that. Did you hire someone to come up with these designs? How did you do this? Because these are fabulous.
Sure. So when we decided we wanted to change the name and go through the whole rebrand, we worked with Rohan's team we actually made the decision to pull Mother like out of distribution, except for some key retailers in like Whole Foods and stuff like that in the Dallas area. And we took almost 8 months on this, from color to white cans to illustrated fruit to real fruit. Right, we did consumer studies, we did everything, and I worked really, really close with the team. So it was a really great joint effort in bringing this to light. And since then, we've won CA awards, Dieline awards, BevNet awards for our packaging. And literally what you are doing now is matching your outfit to Poppi. I love it. It's like a work of art.
I
like,
matched my outfit. By the way, Rosalinda in the chat says it actually makes me want to save the can when I'm done, right?
Like, yeah, it's actually, I'm not kidding. These make the cutest flower bases. Like recycle them, and it makes like a cute like for a centerpiece. Like we do that kind of stuff all the time. It's so fun.
Very cute. You can recycle these and make bases for your flowers. That's so awesome. So let's talk about the flavors. Bennett's asking about the flavors. I want to know about the flavors. I know some of them are seasonal, like that blueberry one was amazing. Yeah, right. But that was, yeah, I'll be waiting for that again next year. But I have some here behind me. I have a watermelon, orange, raspberry rose. Let's talk about the flavors and how you come up with the flavors. So let me know.
Sure. So, you know, back in the day when I was creating them, I used to think we were a sister to kombucha. And so I'd have a little bit more fun and go crazy, like add a lavender lemon and a grapefruit mint and like some of these. And what I learned is people genuinely just like straight flavors and things that bring back good memories. And so, for example, we used to have an orange cinnamon, and now it is just a straight up orange, and it is like a replacement for your Fanta craving, right? And so when I'm formulating and thinking about these, we really are taking on big soda here. Like we're going after the big guys. And so I want to be that healthy alternative people are replacing it with. So this is our orange. It's like a healthy crush or a Fanta, whatever you like, if you like that. So this one's one of my favorites. The strawberry lemon is my absolute favorite.
I was going to ask you.
It's like our #1 seller. Everybody loves it. It's just so good. It's our main flavor. So if you're like not sure what to try, I would definitely go with something with strawberry. You will not be sad. And then this is probably our raspberry rose, our most grammable. Like you're saying, like most people like want to Instagram this or match their outfit with this one.
Because it's so pretty.
But this is probably like our second best seller because this is the one that we've kept around that's maybe not traditional because it's raspberry rose and like real rose petals. Like it's crazy, like the all natural ingredients that we use, and it tastes like nothing you've ever had before in a good way.
So yum. Well, I've had that. I've actually sampled that right here. I have not had the orange yet, so I'm actually gonna sample this right here. And Justin was asking what your favorite flavor was. That was one of my questions. What's the best seller? All of that. And want to remind everybody, if you want to try a bunch of them, there is a beach party pack. In the carousel, you can actually click on that right underneath the video and you'll be able to sample, let me see what's in here. The watermelon, the orange, the ginger lime, and the strawberry lemon are in the pack, the assorted pack.
Yeah,
it's also, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and so like, yeah, the watermelon, which is in that beach party pack. This one, when I formulated it, I asked everybody, I was like, what sounds good when it comes to watermelon? Like, what is it? And everyone's just like, a watermelon Jolly Rancher. And so I literally made this taste like a watermelon Jolly Rancher at 20 calories. So you'll get your fix there. And then we have our ginger lime. This is like my ginger ale, like play off of Sprite. Like we use real cold pressed ginger in this. So if you are also, I know we're a health beverage, but these are all also really great mixers.
Oh yes, great mixers. We won't say with what, but they're great mixers.
Margarita with this. Yeah,
so awesome. So I
Yeah.
just put up the picture here on Amazon. This is the beach party variety pack. It's in our carousel, and you can see the choices that you're gonna get. The strawberry lemon, the ginger lime, the orange, and the watermelon are gonna come in this. Also, Amazon and Whole Foods work together. So this is in Whole Foods, and you can try some of the other flavors. I saw on Amazon you have a cola or root beer flavor. So that's exciting. And what's next? Oh, which one is that? Is that cherry?
This is our cola, and we launched it back in May. We launched our cola, our root beer, and this is like a Doc Pop, our play off of Dr. Pepper. We are a Texas brand, so had to go after them.
Of course.
And our root beer. And these sold out in like 30 days. And we didn't realize how quick, and everyone has constraints because of COVID with manufacturing and so many things. So we're producing more next week. They will be back in September. We're so excited, but it was a really, really successful launch, almost too successful. So stay tuned. They're coming back.
Excited. Well, I want to try those. I haven't tried those. I haven't tried the orange, so I'm going to get my orange crush on right here and join the prebiotic party. Let's pop this poppy open. I love that noise.
Cheers to your health.
I'm gonna show everybody too. It's like a light color, right?
Uh-huh.
Poppy root beer floats are amazing, says Bennett. Yes.
Yeah, especially like with our root beer, like my kids. That was when this came off the line, it was the first thing I did is I ran home and made root beer floats with my little one.
My son loves root beer floats. We're going to be all over that. Healthy root beer floats. So this is the first time trying the orange. I'm going to get my orange crush on because I am a fan. So let's try it.
Real time reaction.
I knew it was going to be good. They're all good. They're all good. They just, you don't taste the apple cider vinegar. They taste good. You cannot believe that these are healthy and they taste this good. And I want to read everybody. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like what you're gonna say. Like a lot of people don't realize how clean and simple the ingredients are, from sparkling filtered water, apple cider vinegar. This one has orange juice, lemon juice, organic cane sugar, natural flavors, which a lot of people have questions on that, so I can answer, and stevia. And stevia is all natural and it is plant-based, so there's some misconceptions on that as well.
Stevia, all natural, plant-based. Also want to let everybody know 20 calories, that's it, 20 calories. And total fat, 0, carbs, 5 carbs, that's it, which is amazing. And 5 grams of sugar. So all the sodas have 5 grams of sugar or less. And these are good for your immunity. They support your gut health. They're made with apple cider vinegar, and they taste amazing. And the packaging is beyond amazing. So if you guys are just joining us, this is Allison Ellsworth. She is the founder of the Poppy Soda, as seen on Shark Tank. These are prebiotic sodas, so come join the prebiotic party here. Ask Allison your questions in the chat. I'm gonna keep asking because I have lots of questions for you. And if anybody else has any questions, feel free to write in the chat. And again, we want to remind everybody that the soda is here in the carousel, and it's 20% off today. There is a 20% off coupon code today during the stream. If anybody wants to order this, this is the Beach Party pack, and you can sample 4 of the flavors right here. So let's talk about Shark Tank. So when did you decide that you wanted to be on Shark Tank? How far along were you with the product when you said, you know, to your husband who came on with you, let's go on Shark Tank?
No, it's funny actually, because I was one of those people, like, I created it in my kitchen, took it to the farmer's market. 3 weeks into the farmer's market, we were sitting there selling out week after week, and the Whole Foods buyer came by our booth with her mom, not there for work, and she tried our product. She says, everyone's talking about this. This is so good. And I just gave her a sample like any other customer. And she looked at me, she said, you have no idea how good this is. This has to be in Whole Foods. And she gave me her card, which, from what I've heard, I've never heard another story like that. That's really, really rare with Whole Foods, but she changed our life because we had full-time jobs. I was pregnant with our first. We just bought a house. And I remember I went home that day and I said, I'm quitting my job. And my husband was like, you're crazy. And I said, I believe in this. This is something I want to do. I believe in this product. Like, I'm going all in. And he's like, you're pregnant. We just bought a house. Like, you're crazy. And I did it anyway. And then
what were you doing?
Kept growing. I worked in oil and gas research, like, great
You
career.
worked in oil and gas research, and now you are the founder of this. What a transition.
That's how much I believed in the product. And so we just kept growing. And then 3 months later, I was like getting more pregnant. I was like, hey, I need you to quit your job. And he worked in oil and gas research as well, like in a different sector. And he quit his job, and we went all in, and we were about 10 months in, and I was like, okay, now we need funding. And I'm just one of those people, I'm like, just do it, go.
Right.
They said, there's a casting call, Shark Tank, we're gonna go. And he's like, okay, we're going, like, let's go. And then we just kept getting to every stage of the process. And then it probably, from the time we started to the time we were actually on the show, was about a year and 8 months. So.
Well, it's a good thing it wasn't a year and 9 months, because you were so pregnant, you had your baby 10 days later on that show. So you made it just in time. So
that was our second, like, that's what I was saying. Like, that was our second. So for me, I started the company pregnant with our first. We believe in doing it and doing it all. Like, we were just like, we're just gonna have a family, start a company, work, job, like, just live the American dream, basically. Right. And go on to Shark Tank. But Shark Tank, literally, it changed our life. It was one of the best experiences I've ever been through. And one of the biggest misconceptions, which I'm sure you know, everyone thinks they take equity and that it costs ABC and all this to be on the show. No, they don't take any equity of your company. They're there for your, you know, goodwill and for you to truly get a deal, and they treat you amazing. So it's such a good experience.
Well, it's like one of my favorite shows, and Clay Newbill, the executive producer, he's my old boss. I used to work at MTV and he was my boss, so I had him on the show here on Amazon. I know you know Clay. And
I love Clay. Yeah, he's the best.
I got to thank him for changing everybody's lives, because this is a life-changing show.
It is literally a life-changing show, and like, we would not be here today without Shark Tank, without Rohan, without our product, and every step we took along the way. There's a lot of doors at the time that were like slammed in our face with not getting in this, or this not happening, or this investment not going through, to lead us to these steps. So, you know, don't get discouraged along the way. It's bumpy, but keep working hard and you'll see success. And now Poppy is the fastest growing non-alcoholic beverage in the nation.
Wow. Amazing. the fastest growing non-alcoholic beverage in the nation, Poppi Soda. This is the founder, Allison Ellsworth, right here with us on Amazon Live on Sway TV. How cool is this? Rosalinda says, congratulations on your successful journey. She just ordered, she placed her first order. She's so excited to taste all the flavors. Olivia says, yay, go Poppi. This is so great. What a great story. I love this. So when you go on Shark Tank, do you know beforehand that you're going to have a guest shark? Did you know that he was going to be on? Because Bethany Frankel was also on your episode, right? You had 2 guest sharks that day.
That's something you don't find out till like the night before at like 10 o'clock. Like they give you zero like insight. Of course we were hoping for Rohan. He had been on like 1 or 2 episodes before, but we knew he was a guest and that the chances were pretty slim. So we found that out. Of course he was like our first choice, but we were going on to get a deal. Like we were not like going on to be seen. Like it was one of those make or break moments that if we didn't get a deal, like I don't know if we would still have been able to go because we were at that point.
Right.
And so Bethany Frankel was pretty brutal to us. I'm not gonna lie.
She's tough love.
She was a little tough on us, but now learning after the fact, I guess during the episode, you're in there for like 45 minutes and everyone's yelling at you and it's like crazy.
Right.
And I guess he had leaned over to Rohan and was like, hey, do you want to do a deal together? And Rohan was like, no, I don't. Like, and Cuban was like, hey, Rohan, you want to do a deal? And he was like, no, I'm good. And so Bethany and Cuban like immediately went out. They're like, no deal. And then it went down and Rohan was like, yeah, I'm going to give you a deal. And their looks to him, because I guess he was like, I wanted it for myself. I didn't want to be in a deal with you guys. So he told us that story afterwards. And then we actually went through, got the deal, and then it takes time to do due diligence, but we told the truth. We were honest with everything about the business and where it was, so there was nothing to hide. And then it took about 5 months to close, and then our episode aired, went through the rebrand, and then we actually shot an update on Shark Tank that aired.
Very cool. I got to see that as well. Well, Justin says great story. Mark's here in the chat. Mark says amazing story as well. We all love the Shark Tank journey here. So what is the most important thing you have learned from working with Rohan? What have you learned from him?
You know, the most important thing is really having a brand. I think a lot of people focus on sales and numbers and, you know, and they don't really value the strength of having a real brand. And let me explain like kind of what that means. Like, for example, having a strong brand where it's recognizable. I mean, if you think of like Nike, you know immediately what they're saying is it's just do it, right? So you need to know who you are as a brand to be strong. And so we came out of the gates like really, really strong in knowing who we were as Poppi versus just trying to figure it out as we go. And it stands out. People notice it. It's relatable. They see it and it's consistent and they know it, you know, and they feel like they're part of it versus being all over the place, not sure about your colors or your fonts or like all these things. I know it sounds crazy, but people want the same. They like consistency. They want to be something. And so, yeah, I mean, I think that was a really good learning that we've taken and stayed strong to, is having a true brand.
And let's talk about Amazon. When did Poppi become available on Amazon? How long has it been there for?
Okay, so this has a lot to do with Amazon and Shark Tank. So we launched Poppi officially, you know, March of 2020 during a pandemic, no big deal. And we launched on Amazon right away in March, not really knowing, I don't think anyone knew truly what was going to happen with COVID, but we had about a month we were on, and I think we did like a nominal amount, not very much. It was just like our first month. But then in April, our update on Shark Tank aired. And if you think about it, how many times on a Friday night is everyone stuck at home in front of the TV, but the height of lockdown?
Right.
And so we had more people see our episode, our update, that we broke the internet. We became Amazon's, we were like every flavor is like top 10 Amazon's like hottest products, best sellers. We broke the algorithm, our website crashed. And we went from like, I think in a month, like 9,000 our first month to over 100,000. Like it was insanity.
Wow.
our second month on, and we've just seen success continue to grow with Amazon and being such a great partner that we're all in on Amazon. We don't sell on our own website. Like we truly believe in Amazon and the platform and what it's all about. Like we believe it.
Well, all in on Amazon. This soda, guys, it is so good. It's good for you. Low sugar, supports your immunity, your gut health. I am such a fan. I want to share with everybody again that it is available on Amazon. It's right here in our carousel today. If you guys want to get the beach party pack, you'll get to sample these 4 flavors. There's other flavors coming, right? We have the cola, the root beer. Those are on Amazon or they're sold out right now. What did you say? Remind me about the other flavors.
I think they're down. They're sold out, but they'll be back in September. But we have like all of these flavors here, and then on top of it, I didn't talk earlier, we have our grapefruit. It's like one of our newest flavors. It's in our fun faves pack. That variety pack, it's like rotating, like it's kind of like flavors may vary. You'll get like the new ones, you'll get some. So if you like variety and being surprised, that's the fun one to be a part of. But yeah, we're always innovating. But our classics relaunch, I'm excited because we made more. We're not going to sell out this time.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to be a taster. How many people work for you? I saw that. Somebody asked how many employees you have, and that was one of my questions. And how do we get to be a taster? I want to be a taster for you.
I know. Seriously, you are welcome to. So
anytime.
Anytime. I'll send you. No, we have, it was interesting. In February, before we launched in March of 2020, it was me and my husband. That's it, 2 of us. And now we have about 60 people on the team. We have, 5 or 6 here at headquarters. The rest are across the nation, different salespeople out feet in the streets. We have, a fabulous Poppy family that we've brought together, and, company culture with me and my husband being founders. We have boys and values, all of that's really important to us. So to continue to grow and appreciate and love our Poppy family, and we are growing like crazy. I think we hired like 16 people this month.
Amazing. And let's also talk about.
Job, let us know. No.
What's that?
Anybody out there? Said anybody out there, if you need a job, let us know. Email us.
All right, email if you need a job. I want to be a taster. You put me on the tasting list anytime. I'm in. Let's talk about your social media. I mean, you even mentioned how this one is the one a lot of people post and they match their clothes like I did today. Let's talk about your social media. You have a house in the Hamptons. You have a content house right now. J-Lo has posted with this. It has gone viral. I want to talk about all of that. Tell me more, Allison.
So, I know. So it kind of goes back to like, what is the most important thing you like learn from Rohan is to have a strong brand. Well, now they've kind of like stepped back. They're not as involved as they used to. And so it's literally me spearheading everything and to continue and grow the brand and working with some amazing partnerships. Like you said, J-Lo literally posted Poppy last week. Insanity, we found out she was a fan of the brand and she was drinking it on set, and someone called me, they're like, J-Lo loves your brand, and I was like, how do we get her to post on social, and so I immediately like got to work with like, okay, it's J-Lo, queen of all queens, like amazing. So
amazing.
We worked a quick deal, got her to post for us, and then we have a Hamptons house, so we rented out a house in the Hamptons, and we're bringing out fun celebrities, events, influencers. We've had Scott Disick and Amelia Gray, to the Sway Boys, to Helen Owen, Sammy Clark. We have Chantel Jeffries, and then we even had a 24K Golden who had the #1 song in the world, Mood, come perform at the Poppy House. So
how fun!
We are just going all out and just really raising awareness for Poppy and how fun it can be.
Well, it's definitely fun. I mean, this just screams beach party. I mean, that's just the perfect title for that. I did see the J-Lo video. So if you guys go to J-Lo's Instagram, you'll see her like shaking her thing with the Poppy soda. How awesome for you guys.
Yeah. And then just down to our social and branding, like it's something that I spearhead and that I'm really, focused on and want to continue to stay like in the times and up to date with all of our branding. But some fun stuff that we've fallen into is TikTok, the TikTok world, where we're having fun on there. We're seeing crazy success. I actually had a video where I just told my story, and I think it has over 15 million views. We have other ones where I literally did post one this week, was like, oh my gosh, JLo just posted Poppy, and it has like 1.5 million views. So it's a great platform just to be real and authentic, and we're seeing it really be relatable with everyone. So we're loving having fun on all the platforms.
Well, I was actually going to ask you about the content house. I think you guys need to do one here in Malibu or Santa Monica. It'd be so awesome on the beach.
It would be awesome and way easier. The Hamptons is very hard to get to.
What's that?
The Hamptons is hard to get to.
Oh, down the LIE. I know all about that. I'm from New York, girlfriend. I know about that drive.
I had no idea. It's so hard, and so I agree. We'll do one in LA, Malibu, Miami, somewhere next time that's a little bit easier to get to.
Well, let me know if you're going to do it here. Let me know. My girlfriend works for the city of Malibu. I'll make the intro for you. She'll get you the permits and whatever you need, and then you have to let us come and shoot there. Yes?
I will.
Is that a deal? Yes.
Sounds like a deal.
All right. You have my email, and I'll make the
everything
connect if you want to set up in Malibu. It'd be perfect.
I love it.
Have a Malibu beach party, a Poppy beach party right here.
Poppy pool party.
Poppy pool party. Oh, I actually have the best place for you. Okay, we're gonna have to talk after this, because I know I have the best place for you. My wheels are already turning. You know, I'm always thinking. That's just me. I wish I had a product to pitch on Shark Tank, because I'm like, that's how I'm wired, Allison.
Never know though. Like, I did not think I would ever start a beverage company. It so organically just like came about. So you never know. It could still come, and
you never know. So while I have you here, what advice do you have for young entrepreneurs that are starting out, people that are watching now that are sitting and saying, you know, I have this idea, but how do you get that motivation to take the next step? Because a lot of people, like, they come up with an idea and they're like, okay, I have an idea, right? But they don't do anything. So how do you get that motivation, and what advice do you have for young entrepreneurs to take the next step?
It's so simple, yet so hard. I mean, honestly, for me, it's a support system. Surrounding yourself by people that believe in you is like the best. There's nothing worse than when you're like trying to do something hard and someone's like, you can't, no, like a naysayer, right? So I always say, like, you don't have to cut those people out of your life, but just like keep it to yourself. It's okay. Like, you need like those like hype people in your life to like get you motivated to do stuff. And then, like, my favorite quote, I say this all the time, but doing something is better than nothing by an infinite amount. Like, you just got to try it. Just do it.
Just do it, right? Doing something is better than nothing, because you just never know, and you're not going to know unless you try, right?
So true. It's so true.
So, there you go. All right, so let's talk about Amazon a little bit more. So this is Allison Ellsworth. If you guys are just tuning in, she is the founder of this very awesome Poppy soda that you can get on Amazon. This supports your prebiotic health. The prebiotic soda supports your gut health and immunity. It tastes delicious. It is made with apple cider vinegar, as seen on Shark Tank. So I want to ask you, what's your favorite thing about selling on Amazon?
Yeah, it's what I love about Amazon is the community. So I bet you've done this. I bet everyone does it and you don't realize you're doing it. But sometimes you'll be in a Whole Foods, or you'll be wherever you are in whatever store, and you're looking at a product on the shelf trying to decide to buy it. You'll pull up Amazon and you'll read the reviews. And so it helps, you know what I mean? So it helps like with so many other aspects. You're like, oh, wow, this is great. Or you can price check and see, okay, should I order this on Amazon rather here in store? And so that's probably one of my favorite things about Amazon is the community and the realism. I know there's the people on there that just get on to leave bad reviews. You got to take it with a grain of salt, and then like, it's okay. But I love that you have that ability.
Very cool. And what other things do you like to buy on Amazon in general? What are some of the things you guys get?
I buy everything on Amazon. Like, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Like the Amazon boxes. What do I not buy on Amazon? Let's start there. No, I mean, it's just like, I have kids. I'm running a company. My husband and me are doing this together. So, I mean, I buy batteries, razors, lotion. I mean, screws. Like, I mean, we literally toys. We buy everything.
And it comes really quickly, and you don't have to leave your house, right?
Yeah, and honestly, like we live in Dallas and there's huge DCs here. So sometimes I'll order and I'll get home and it's there. It's nice.
Oh, that's convenient. That is convenient. So you started this company with your husband, Steven. Is he there? I mean, I saw him setting up that Poppy light earlier. Does he want to say hello to us?
That's a good idea. Let me get.
All right. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm having a conversation with Allison Ellsworth. She is the founder of this Poppy prebiotic soda that you can get on Amazon. There's her husband, Steven. They were on Shark Tank together. They are co-founders. Hi, Steven. Steven, you did a great job setting up the light on the Poppy side.
Beautiful. That's what I'm good for, you know.
I think you're good for more than that. And Rosalinda says, wow, look at all those poppies in the back. You have a lot of sodas there. You guys are coming from your headquarters there in Texas. So
Yeah.
I've been talking to your lovely wife here for the last 45 minutes or 50 minutes. I want to know what's your like favorite thing about this Shark Tank experience? What did you take away from this, and what are you learning from the whole process and the journey?
That's a great question. I mean, the Shark Tank experience really gave us access to really, really smart people that had made mistakes before in the industry, that could educate us on things to look out for, right? So it's been really great to be kind of plugged into that network, to have access to build a team with those people, and then to be mentored by those people, so we don't have to make those same mistakes twice.
Well, how serendipitous that you had the former chief marketing officer of Coca-Cola as your guest shark. What a great thing for you. How lucky, right? Talk about synchronicity in the universe. How fabulous.
Absolutely.
So I asked Allison this. I'm going to ask you as well. What is the most valuable thing you have learned from working with Rohan?
That's a great question. I honestly, he's the brand father, right? So I think that he's drilled home and he's taught us the power of a brand, right?
The same thing.
I honestly think that that's what it is. It's like, you take a look at ASICS and Nike, right? ASICS are clinically backed to support your feet better and all of these different things, as to why they're a better shoe. But if you put the two brands side by side, what are people going to choose as the leader of shoes, right? I think it's Nike hands down, and that really just comes from the brand. The brand is so powerful. People want to have an emotional connection with the products that they buy and use every day.
Absolutely. And let's also talk about the packaging. I mean, that's just this is brilliant. And Allison noticed I matched my shirt. I'm like the perfect shade of pink. I looked through my closet and I'm like, which one matches the most? And it was this. This was the winner.
Okay.
So I know you said that a lot of people match their clothes to the bottles. All right, guys. What's that?
Poppy is fashion. We say that all the time. It's
Poppy
like
is fashion. Love that.
Yeah.
So since I have you guys together, what's next? What's next for Poppy? Can you tell?
There is, we've got some really fun innovation coming up. Right now, we're focusing on our fruit forward flavors that we're seeing a lot of sparkling water drinkers come over because they want something more flavorful. They want something a little bit sweeter than sparkling water. There's kind of flavor fatigue there. So we're launching 3 SKUs of classic flavors that people absolutely love: root beer, classic cola, and a Doc Pop, staying true to Texas and Dr. Pepper.
We say all the same things.
We're totally in sync here.
You guys
so
are in sync for sure.
Forgive me if I'm repeating.
Good.
So we're really excited. I grew up on soda, but haven't been drinking soda in a long time because it's just not good for you. It's so hard to open up a can of soda that has 40 grams of sugar in it and drink it. You don't feel good afterwards. It tastes good. It's one of those things you do it and you kind of regret it. So Poppy literally gives you the best of both worlds. It gives you like that soda fix and functionality without all of the downside of sugar and stuff like that. So
and it being all natural. I saw someone asked if we had phosphoric acid in it. We do not have phosphoric acid. It's all natural, clean, plant-based ingredients. And so that is definitely something that we're proud of.
Very,
Absolutely.
very cool. And there's just very few ingredients in here, and all natural, very low sugar, want to point out, very low carbs and low calories. It's amazing to find a soda that you can actually have your kids drink and feel good about that. So
Absolutely.
awesome.
I think one of the things Allison probably touched on
No, go ahead.
about making the flavors ourselves, right? So it's just, I mean, that's one thing you get when we're putting the flavors together ourselves. When Allison's creating these things, is we want to use ingredients that we can pronounce, that we would use in our kitchens, that we would use and interact with on a daily basis, as opposed to getting something that has to be special ordered from a lab or put together, with a science background, right? So that's one of the things that makes it really easy to talk about the product and be really passionate about the product, because it's things that we use every single day. They're in the kitchen. You can, we obviously have the secret sauce for our special formulation, but they're all things that you can get out in the world. So it's guilt-free.
And what's your favorite flavor?
It changes. It changes based on.
You have to
based
have a
on
number one.
what I'm doing, but I'm really into the orange one. I love the orange.
Well, I just popped the poppy here. I popped the orange one, and this was my first time sampling this one. I was actually a fan of the blueberry, was amazing, but I'm drinking the orange one, and I'm getting my orange crush fix, as Allison says, and it's so good. It's so nice to be able to drink the soda, and it's good for you. I don't feel bad about drinking it. I know it's good for me. It tastes good. You don't taste that apple cider vinegar that's in here, which is really good for you. So how did you come up with the idea to add the apple cider vinegar in the first place?
It came back from my original story of just when I had the health issues and wanted to make apple cider vinegar taste good. So it just stemmed from a problem that I had, that I couldn't drink apple cider vinegar every day. I wanted to, and I needed to make it taste good.
Well, you guys really succeeded. Did you want to add
Thank
something?
No, I was gonna say she does it for she absolutely does it for the health issues. I consume poppy. Health issues are kind of secondary for me. I do it because it tastes amazing. One of the things that I love about poppy is like how well it pairs with a meal. Literally, some of my, I'm not just saying this because we founded Poppy. It's literally my favorite drink with a meal, because it helps to just settle your stomach. Even if you're kind of being bad and you're having pizza or burger and fries,
Right.
You can have a Poppy with it, and you don't feel so heavy after eating a heavier meal. It just it's so amazing. So that's a little bit of a secret, but I think for me, it's all about balance, right? And I think that Poppy is something easy because it tastes amazing, that just provides balance in your everyday diet. It's awesome.
So what's your favorite poppy to have with pizza? What would be the combo, the poppy combo?
I mean, I grew up with root beer or Coke with pizza, so
that's what I would say.
Of these classic ones.
What about a piece of salmon? Like a salmon. What would you have with a salmon?
Maybe our ginger lime or
yes, that's what I was gonna say. Is that that's the grapefruit, pink grapefruit?
So this is our grapefruit. This one's new. It's tastes like a Fresca, and it's
I need that one.
Of those that it's so good with a mimosa too, or a paloma. But I do know that this is one of our newer flavors. It's only in a few select Whole Foods and on Amazon. So this is pretty exclusive to Amazon. And then someone asked about calories. All of our drinks are 15 to 20 calories, 4 to 5 grams of sugar.
Right, I see you're answering David's question. He wanted to know the calories. So calories are low, carbs are low, sugar content is low, and they are delicious. I cannot wait to try the pink grapefruit. That is yum. And we got to make some pop tails, right? Poppy tails.
We do. We call that pop tails.
There you go, pop tails. All right, so if you guys are just tuning in, this is Stephen and Allison Ellsworth. They are the founders of Poppy Soda as seen on Shark Tank. Again, I want to share with everybody that this is here in our carousel, and you can buy the Beach Party Pack on Amazon if you want to sample 4 of the flavors. There's other flavors available. There's Coke and root beer coming in September because they're sold out already, and these are delicious. I've tried them here live on Amazon, and I am such a fan. So it's been really awesome talking to you guys here today. I love this. I'm going to continue to hang, and I would love if you want to tell people to come on over and join the live feed here on Amazon. I'm going to be here for about another 45 minutes, and if we get a lot of people over, maybe we can do a giveaway for a case. So if you guys want to go on your Instagram live and tell everybody, join the prebiotic party here live on Amazon. Everybody here in the chat, stay with me, and we'll take it from there, right? So go to